This was kind of a mess and it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to turn out, and it took me a month to record this video for y'all because it was hard to process emotionally. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, my name is Brianna, but you can call me Bri. I'm a personal and nutrition coach with a passion for bodybuilding. My specialty is helping other people fall in love with this journey because first and foremost, you gotta fall in love with it, and then you could potentially consider competing if you want. If you would also like to enjoy some badass leg days, some kick-ass upper body days, or you simply need some help with your nutrition in a way that's sustainable and enjoyable, please make sure to check out the description box below. I will have a link to my website. You can head over there, just click it and see everything that I am offering, whether it's online or in person. It is a month after my last show of the season, and I am finally finding the courage and mental clarity to sit here and record a quick recap of what happened during my last show day. The 2 months before this show were brutal. There was so much dieting, so much cardio, so little enjoying of absolutely anything involved in my life that, considering my show did not go as well as I thought it would, I kind of went on a route of sadness and depression, and I circled back around and I am here. Now let's take you a little bit through the last few days before my show and my actual show day. As usual, I packed everything for show day, from my rice cakes to my cream of fries to all of my necessities. I actually have a bag that I keep prepared at home all the time, which is my backstage little trolley with everything that I need, so I don't need to repack it every single time, especially when I'm doing multiple shows throughout the year. And we headed to the car and off we drove, headed right to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for North American Championships, my third and last show of the 2023 season. Charlie was with us. He's such a great passenger, always so calm and collected during the trips. It was my first time visiting Pittsburgh. The route was definitely not pleasant or easy. It took us 7 hours to get to the Airbnb, but the Airbnb was beautiful. I was so hungry by the time we got to the Airbnb that I didn't quite have it in me. Not only hungry, but my phone was at 3% battery, I just remembered, and I didn't quite have it in me to record, also because I needed to read the instructions. But it was a really cute studio. There was a full kitchen, which is exactly what every bodybuilder dreams of when they're traveling for a competition. It had a comfortable bedroom where as soon as I got there I changed my linens and prepared for my tan on the following day. A nice bathroom. It was on the first floor. It was overall a really nice building with full amenities and stuff like that. So choice of place to stay close to the hotel venue, perfect. Time to get there, not so great, took forever. Now let's go day by day. Okay, we arrived there on Thursday later in the day after a 7-hour trip by car from there. And the first thing I had to do is go ahead, get my PIN number, check in, some brief instructions on how everything is going to go. Checked out the Sheraton Hotel and a little bit of where we were staying. We had some time to walk around Pittsburgh. It's quite charming and nice nice town. The weather was beautiful. It was the first day of September, so it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold, there was sun out. It was really, really nice. I had to basically prepare everything inside the Airbnb in terms of carbs and meals, the usual stuff as lots of tilapia or cod, chicken, asparagus, all of these things that we normally eat before the show. I absolutely enjoy them, so I don't have a problem with any of that. On Saturday, Friday evening actually, I got my first coat of tan, and that's always fun and exciting because it brings a package together and you can actually start seeing more of the definition in your muscle. On the next day, woke up early as usual, which was about 4 a.m. so that I can start preparing my face, I can start doing my makeup, I can take some checking pictures and videos and head over to the venue for my second and last coat of tan. Venues are always so interesting early in the morning when you go for your coat of tan, the last one, because it's kind of a quiet and eerie, creepy town, and you see these bodybuilders flocking to get their tan in. It takes like 30 to 60 seconds. You sit there in a little tent. I tried recording a little bit for you guys, but it's very sensitive because all of us are naked basically. And once that was on me, exited the actual venue and headed back towards the Airbnb, where I continued applying my makeup, eating more carbs and meals and stuff like that, just making sure that I am as prepared as I could possibly be for this show before we headed back to the venue. And things went in an interesting way. Once I made it to the venue for the morning show, I was able to find some of my friends and teammates. I know people who are on my team and people who are not on my team. It was really special having our coach there with us, and we were all of us able to do a last minute posing session with her backstage. I was even able to record some footage. You can see how the venue is buzzing. There's just so much energy, so many things happening on show day. Everybody is just full of energy and adrenaline and excitement, and you're worried and anxious, but at the same time you're so ready because you've been preparing for months, and you also can't wait to eat something tasty right after the show. So our coach went ahead, she looked at all of us, she checked our poses, she gave us some last minute pump up instructions, some last minute meal instructions, and then we kind of went ahead and prepared to get on file, step on stage. Just everybody else went to the front of the venue so they can actually enjoy the show and see us coming on stage. In terms of how my stage presentation was this time around, it wasn't the bestest and it wasn't the greatest, and my only disappointment is in myself because I let myself get into my head a little too much this time around. Sometimes it happens, you're waiting backstage, you see all of the other competitors, everybody always looks amazing. It's simply what happens in the backstage of a bodybuilding show. However, if you tend to feel insecure for whatever way, for whatever reason, in terms of your own physique, and you get in your head too much, it's a recipe for disaster. I don't think my presentation on stage was great. I think that I over dieted and I lost a little too much muscle mass. So in terms of how this show went, when it comes to placing, I tried my best, yet I ended up 16th out of 20 something amazing looking women. My class was huge, and I chose not to step on stage for the evening show. It wasn't easy of a decision, but I did not have it in me after 9 months of prep to wait another 6 to 7 hours for the evening show so I can step on stage and know that I placed not in the bestest way. I only had my boyfriend with me over there, and I didn't have anybody else expecting of me to step on stage. So I think I made the best decision for myself. I was really heartbroken with how everything went, and I felt really down for so many different reasons. So the first thing that I did right after I was able to get myself together, get all of my things from backstage, head to the front, was walk around a little bit to clear my head and head to eat a slice of cake. I spent the last 2 months before the show watching so many cooking and baking, specifically baking shows, that I felt like I can get a slice of cake. And oh my God, guys, it was delicious. Was it as delicious as my fit tiramisu? Maybe not, but it was delicious and it helped me feel a little better at the moment, so then I can relax and think about everything that happened, everything that led to that show day, everything that led to my performance, and I can just give myself some time to process all of my feelings and thoughts. Now, show days don't always go as we expect them to, and it is really difficult picking yourself up from that moment on and setting new goals. It is really difficult learning also where things went wrong, because you need some time to detach yourself from the situation, look back, learn your lessons, and decide on a plan of action for the future. So with that being said, guys, I decided that I'm not going to compete next year. I need some time to grow. The judges' feedback was to grow. My previous feedback was to lean out and get more conditioned. It's really difficult for my body. I have to yet figure it out. So my decision for my physical health and for my mental health is to not compete the rest of 2023, and possibly, most likely, 99% sure, not compete in 2024, so that I can focus on building, enjoying life, having a good time, and just focusing on myself, my business, my clients, my personal growth. The stage is always going to be there, and I am really looking forward to seeing what my body could potentially achieve and look like in this long of an off season. I am already about 18 pounds up from stage weight, and I'm feeling so much healthier and so much better, and I'm really looking forward to finally enjoying my training and my leg days again. I'll see you in the next video.